Let's have a look at Bitcoin USD. Where are you, Bitcoin? Where are my favourite little charts? And yeah, that's looking good. Okay. What's that looking like? And well, yeah. Let's have a look at this one. Bitcoin USD. And that's the Binance one. But there we go. Yeah, just looking up on the weekly charts. What's it doing? Oh, look at that. EMAs creeping up above those EMAs. Starting to get there. EMAs look like they might starting to switch over. That's very good. How does it look in the monthly? Green, orange. Oh, it's okay. And then ending last month, nice green candle. This month's looking good. And a weekly, nice weekly close there. Flat, 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 flat. Boring, boring, boring. And up. And up. Okay. Green, yeah. The EMA, the 20-day EMA is switched over up and above the 55. Only just. That's a bit strange. So let's have a look. That's the 15 and the 20. Okay, let's just take that out. Make sure I've got the right one. Yes, it's in there. Symmetrical triangle that formed. And now it's just coming up in the weekly, certainly, to test the area of resistance. Are we going to have a nice high test there? Come flat? Is it going to peak out through there, maybe get a breakthrough? Or is it just going to come out flat? So is this candle, is this going to maybe into next week as well? Is it going to come up, push up there, creating a flat and then retrace back down, testing support, moving up? It's going to get in through this zone. It's working its way through the zone, this sort of 42-ish. Now, where's this coming up here to the 45? 45 is going to be absolutely key to get through. It peaks through there. I want to start looking at the breakout, which could be quite nice actually. It's going to measure that out. If it does come up to that point, if it does come retrace, what are you doing, line? Come on. Yeah, there you go. Let's have a little look. What have you got? Potentially as much as, if it does come up there, back up to the 60s. Maybe we've got some hard work to do to get through those 50s. Yeah, it's got some hard work to get up past it. I expect to see a slow start. It's not just going to jump up. Probably expect a bit of a grind, slow grind up. But what's that percentage like up there, mate? So you're going to look up there. 38% potential rises. Okay. So at the moment, it's just at that key point, isn't it, where you kind of coming up to test the resistance. It's going to flip down into the daily and get a slightly better scope, reset that, make sure it's all set right, and zoom that in. Okay. There you go. So that's how things work. Range bound movements, creating pattern, 2 or more touches, coming up maybe third touch, could be a breakout, might just be a nice steady retracement, possibly coming down to this earlier pattern here, maybe full retest of the main pattern support level. Okay, but you've got this upper trend along there. It's looking absolute area of resistance through there. It's got to work through there, which has been doing quite steadily. A slow grind up there, mate. And slow grind is better than moonshotting up, because these big bars, expect big red dildos is what they say. Big green dildos get followed by big green candles, followed by screwed by big red dildos. Anyway, so just looking up there, maybe if it does retrace, how's it going to be looking? Maybe from that moment there. Let's see. How do we look at it? How are we going to look at it? Just looking at more local time frame, more immediate time frame, just for stories. So like I've been in the West Country for a bit. Okay. Stories. I think I've been drinking cider with Rosie. Right. Okay, 618 there. That's 618. If it comes down to that, that's really sits well in a local time frame with that immediate trend line there. Yeah, a little sub trend coming through there. So there might be quite a good spot that you might to look out for. Where are you? Where are you? If it does retrace, yeah. What happens if it breaks through and all that kind of stuff? Well, we might just break through this first one and then just put in another line here, parallel line for you, horizontal line, excuse my mathematical inconsistency, 45.8%, sort of 45-ish zone. So it just really sort of maybe if it does pop out through there and it does come up, we want to be seeing that at that previous sort of high level there, and that'll make a far more horizontal resistance line for the pattern, creating an ascending triangle, which is a nice bullish pattern. That'd be fantastic. If it does retrace, that's fantastic. It's really good. Just a nice gentle slow grind up. Maybe it'll coil up into here and pop out, and that'll be about 2/3 of the way along, which is a great of that triangle, the length of the triangle, 2/3 of the way along. It's a good place to pop out and get some good motion there. That's the ideal point. Nice potential, good energy. So that's my basic idea. And maybe if it does pop up, does create that one, that's fantastic. If it does trade down, meets there, you can still find that it's coming down to this sort of trend line area, possibly. That's a good target for it to aim to. And nonetheless, you can still slow grind up. It just means that's that percentage, yeah. Let's have a look. What have we got? High to low. Let's have a little look in there. So let's just have a little look. Potentially. So I'm just going to take it from that shorter one to be a bit more conservative there. So that pivot point just there. And if it does go, just say it launches up from that trend there. But coming back, let's just write it down. Potentially from that point, that meets up well with the 786, doesn't it? Yeah, at that point down there, still a nice tasty 34%. If it does come down to that point, that's absolutely great. So that's fantastic. That is good. Let's have a look. Let's just redraw that a sec, mate. Bigger trend. Look at that. Absolutely on the 786. If it does come up and adheres well to that trend, that's beautiful. Also 618. So on the way up, some people like to do if they're trading on a regular basis, they average in and they average out. So they start taking profits on the way up and take proportions out on the way up. Some people are hodlers and they do their hodl thing, but they like to keep an eye on it and see what's going on. So at the moment, it's all looking rather good, potentially. So that's all the good cases still. Symmetrical triangle might break low, but there's lots of impetus in the market at the moment. But don't forget, at Christmas time, saw that massive pump. Things got really exciting around sort of Christmas Day, Boxing Day, either week thereof. And it still maintained a way down, didn't it? Yeah. So we had some fantastic, really great percentages around Christmas, but the price action moved out steadily, slowly in a bit of bull markets. Okay. It's that Christmas Day. There you go. See there? That was nice, wasn't it? In that time frame there, it could still come down. Yeah. So in there, Christmas Day, that was a nice one, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't like mega massive or anything. 10%. At 10% today, people get bullish euphoria by the top, and then it goes down again. So I would be surprised looking for a pivot though. We'll see what happens. That's fantastic. That's my little take on it, Jake. My take for Jake. All right. All right, Abs and the boys. Abs, star. There we go. And we'll go it out.